Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, food prices could rise by even more than they are already if Rachel Reeves goes ahead with plans to make big supermarkets pay more business rates than they already do. This has been something mooted for some time, and it's something she's actively considering. This warning, of course, has come from the retail sector themselves, but they're saying any costs to business are always passed on to the customer. And with an already high food inflation, Reeves is going to drive it even further and faster. People will quite simply, at the bottom of the pile, not be able to afford to eat because Reeves is literally pricing food out of the range of the poorest. And that's what always happens. Now, the British Retail Consortium has urged the government to think again, to drop the proposals for what they're calling this large supermarket surtax on commercial food or commercial retail outlets that are above a yet to be determined size, but basically sort of the large supermarkets and above. This includes supermarkets, of course, but also department stores and large stock retailers, things like that. They're saying it's going to push food inflation up significantly higher than it already is. Economists have backed the warnings. They're saying that the move could drive up food prices and close hundreds of shops and hollow out town centres, particularly the less affluent areas. They, of course, would just cease to be. If you've got a large Tesco and all of a sudden nobody can afford to go to it, well, they aren't going to keep it open and stay there. So not only are they going to close it and make a food desert, but all those people will lose their jobs. Now, Helen Dickinson, the chief executive of the British Retail Consortium, has said that thriving shops, large and small, are the beating heart of Britain's high streets. He says, and this surtax risks tipping many, especially the larger ones, over the edge. And it will be in the less affluent areas that will suffer, meaning that where you don't have a supermarket and you're reliant on local shops, the price of food for those people will be even higher still. She said, when a large shop closes, the shutters quickly spread to smaller shops nearby, causing wider community to suffer. These can include cafes, restaurants, bars, as well as other small retailers. Now, with food inflation at the moment is officially at 5.1%. That's higher than anywhere in the EU, anywhere in the US. In fact, it's one of the highest food inflations of any developed Western culture. And that's because we somehow managed to get a Labour Party government to run the country and therefore push the economy into the toilet, from whence it's unlikely ever to return. When you're adding costs because climate change, meanwhile you're not saying to China, we're putting a tariff on your goods until you clean your act up, that's what's going to happen. We're paying with starving children because China hasn't been told to clean up its act, basically. So I think we should drop all our tariffs, all our green subsidies that get added on, drop the green packaging thing, drop the net zero this, and then drop the price of food significantly. Because the cost of all this shit is going to be malnourished and even dead children. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks very much.